No questions? Everyone on the same page? Everyone ready to go?
No further questions, Your Honor.
So each and every single one of you was given a letter that I've described to all of you as what that letter entails for each of your characters. They give you a time and a date to arrive at a particular tavern in Last Watch, which is on in Errahim Chronicles. There is a thread in there that's maps and primary resources. Uh, that's the map at full resolution there. It's also pinned in Errahim Chronicles.
Where did you say the map was?
Oh, the map.
Errahim Chronicles, but did you say you put it somewhere else?
Cool, and I am requesting access.
Okay, I found it. It's all good.
Giving access. Let me go in here and see what. Let me change the.
Or you can watch my stream and I have the map.
Shut up, Caleb. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I've shared it. Got it.
Oh, I see.
There we go. So anyone can get it who has the link. This is a closer to full quality map. Last Watch is on the mainland Runora, which is where we were for the entirety of the first campaign. It is all the way on that peninsula to the far east. With that, I think it's been a minute since we talked about anything with Renora, but do you guys know what's happening and why this map looks a little different than the first map you had? Do you guys remember those events of Campaign 1, basically? And the state of Renora itself, I suppose.
Yeah, that was my only question. Was this so? This is all happening like right after the events of Campaign 1, correct?
This is happening 15 years post the events of Campaign 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so 15 years after the events of Campaign 1. Campaign 1 ended with Alora ushering your first, basically, your first, the Campaign 1 characters through a portal to go and take care of stuff that needs to be taken care of. Right before that, she had gotten the equivalent of a wish spell, and she had wished for basically the dunes to be rejuvenated, and they were, and the woods spread further than they had been before. That's why there's a massive forest on that chunk called the Aloran Woods, and that's why Botanica is in a different spot than it was in Campaign 1, because the dunes have effectively become the new Botanica, which is ruled by Queen Alora at this current moment. Another thing that happened is the sun has changed colors. At the end of Campaign 1, the sun was eclipsed by the moon, and when the moon passed over the sun, it had changed its color. It is now red. This doesn't necessarily impact the temperature. In some of the warmer places, there might be a little less rain, but in terms of the total temperature of Errahim, it's staying the same. It's more of a symbolic change. The last thing that I will say that all of you, or well, there's two more things I'll say. No one really is certain what happened, what killed the heretic, right? There's legends going around about heroes, but there's no names. People don't know that Alora was involved. And things like that. So a lot of people know about the fall of the Dark Heretic and the events that transpired for everyone, and the tendrils and the portals opening and all that kind of stuff. No one was affected more than the Church of the Iron Shield in Bellamar, which has now morphed and become the Paragon. And the Paragon have been a scourge for most people in Renora for a while. They are basically police zealots. They go to certain cities, they enforce religious law that is established by the matriarch in Bellamar. They wear very dark armor, and they have magic. those of you who have dark magic capabilities would know that it's probably smart not to use dark seeming magic in public, because they will brandish you an acolyte of the heretic and then they will arrest you. So that is the state of Renora right now. I think almost all of you are from Renora and would know that general information. Most everything else has stayed the same. The Paragon are not allowed in Botanica, and Botanica is kind of rising as one of the more powerful nations in Renora. Of course, you have Bellamar and Upper Lockton and Ohm, which is under the rule of the Gilded King. But Botanica is not allowing Paragon in, and they're pretty, it's a pretty fruitful land. Botanicans, which are the plant folk, are a little more widespread now as well. They live in different cities. They're not, they're no humans or elves or whatever, or dragonborn, but they are living in other places. So with that, we're going to go ahead, Turble.
One more like lore question. After Xavian killed Emperor Ryul and Ohm, who is it? Is it the Omp that's running things over there? Or?
Yes. So people don't necessarily, they know that Calixus the Gilded has returned, and they know that there is a new ruler in Olirith who rules over the Elvish domain. So Ohm is a very strong and large city, and Olirith is where the new Gilded King or Emperor exists, right?
Okay.
In Ohm, a senate has been assembled, so the people are represented by a body now. There has not been a new Yolt elected, and the Omp has not been seen since the death of the Ohm. So yeah, right now the current ruler is the Gilded Emperor, who is Calixus. I'll say though that I don't think the public generally knows that.
Okay.
So, anyways, any questions about that before I proceed to what is occurring?
I think I'm ready. I've been ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Good.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes.
Yes,
good.
good.
Okay.
Good.
So with that, you all have been given a letter to meet in Last Watch at a specific tavern, signed Oliver Gottsmead. He has given you all specific reasons why he wants you there and what he thinks you'll be useful for. But generally speaking, you don't know what the job is that he requires of you, only that it pays relatively well or it pertains to you in specific. So at this point, we are nearing that time where each of you will individually enter the tavern over the course of an hour, and we're meeting in the tavern after that hour. So all of you are in the tavern right now, and you are set to meet Gottsmead in about 10 minutes. But interestingly enough,
so we've never met each other, right?
you've never met each other, unless I've specifically said that you have. You've never met each other, and but he described what he looked like to you. But once you enter the tavern, you see that there is no sign of Gottsmead. He seems to be late. And so, with that, there are a bunch of people sitting in here. The general watch is it's basically a merchant city. The only law is don't steal. You can kill people here. They don't really give that much of a crap. It's a pirate city, basically.
I like how you had to keep yourself from saying another word.
Yes, but yeah. With that, there are many people in here. What would you guys like to do?
So we're in a tavern.
Are we like together? Like, or are we like kind of
So-
separated in the tavern, just kind of looking for Gotchmead?
You guys are individually separate, but you are all looking for Godsmeet.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna be lame and just stay like in a corner, like in a dark corner, almost like not hiding myself, but staying out of sight.
All right.
I'm gonna be lame.
So we have our edgy boy. We got it.
Not edgy. Not edgy.
He's
Can I
He's
can I see can I see Chase's character if I'm looking for him?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. I guess. Yeah. I don't
Okay.
think Chase. Do you want to be hidden from him?
No,
Because
I'm not. I'm
Or
not
just
hiding.
obscured.
I'm not
You're
hiding.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
obscured is a good word. I'm just obscuring myself.
I almost told you no, Asa.
I know.
I was like, oh, okay.
I was about to like DM the DM and be like, I want to allow it because yes.
Because we are friends.
Okay. So I don't. I guess we're all there. So I imagine I walk into the bar and I look around to see who is all there. I note that Godsmeet isn't there yet, and that causes me a little bit of concern. But then I notice Chase's character in the corner. So I make my way over there and and I sit down next to him and I say, Chase, you have to remind me of your character's name because I know it's similar to mine.
And Phelan.
And Phelan, that's right. And I sit down and say, and Phelan, it's good to see you. You look well.
He's gonna like he's like almost like looking down at like a drink or something. So like he doesn't really see you at first. But like through his hood and like hearing the voice, he'll start to say, "Sorry, that seat's taken," and then he'll look up and he'll be like, "Braylon, Braylon, how are you?"
I'm good. And I'll reach out my hand to like clasp his arm if he allows it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he will reach in kind, and you'll see that he's wearing like he's wearing like obviously a long robe.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is very well covered up. He is trying to obscure his face and body as much as possible.
And I partially did that to kind of see how you were doing more. So I kind of take a second to look at your arm, shake your arm, kind of signifying that I'm glad you're doing well.
Are you saying that you're like rolling up my sleeve to like see?
No,
or...
just kind of inspecting a quick inspection, but I see that it's covered, and I release it. And,
immediately Braylon's gonna kind of like pull you a little closer and be like, "How did you manage to pull that off?"
Oh,
that was you, right?
Well, it wasn't easy, but I'm glad that you got out safe. I didn't know exactly where you'd end up, but I hope it wasn't too chaotic of a night.
I mean, I'll take anything over where you got me out of. And he'll like kind of like give you like a playful like pushback and be like, "Braylon, drinks are on me," and he'll order a drink for Braylon.
Oh well, thank you, my friend. Cool. Do you know if Godsmeet has arrived yet? I figured he would be here early.
No, it said he was supposed to be here by now, but he hasn't been here yet, so.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Am I sitting close enough that I could have overhear?
Actually, so go ahead. Caleb, Logan, both roll a perception check.
I feel like we're being
see if you heard
hushed.
it.
Like we have like a hushed conversation going on, but you could probably hear it if you tried.
Yeah,
I
like when I pulled him close and was like, "How'd you get me out?" That stuff.
Right.
That one you guys would have to like roll a perception for. But when I like push him back and I'm like, "Give me another drink," that stuff you guys hear no problem.
I rolled an 11.
All right.
I
you're
got a
11.
16.
And
I'm a grandmother.
That isn't great.
Coolin, did you want me and Asa to roll the perception for Godsmeet, or
yes, I want you guys
Okay.
to roll a perception.
just one of us or both of us?
If you want to each roll individual, I don't care. If you
Okay.
want to One roll between you would work. 2 is okay too.
I got an 18.
And
Okay.
I'm actually just going to
got-
choose to fail to hear them because
I got an 11.
Here's what I want to happen while they're observing for Gotchmead is I want them to, because my character is going to be the most obvious character in the room. Like people
Like
are going to
out of
notice
place.
me. Yeah, I'm gonna look out of place. And
All right.
my
On
character,
purpose or just like that naturally? That's how your
it's
character
naturally, it's natural.
looks. Okay.
So like my character is he's gonna go around asking, or at least try to ask people for if they've seen a small green goblin, and you're gonna notice as you like, if you pay attention to me, you're gonna notice that people are staying away from me. They're just kind of avoiding me, not like ugh, like they just don't want to be around me.
And we've all seen you meandering away around the room. What do you look like?
Here, I will send.
Why are you out of place?
I'll send my.
I don't really care. I'm just kidding.
Here.
Cool.
Let me.
Pop it in Errahim Chronicles with it.
I would love to.
And I'll pop mine in shortly after you, because you've probably noticed my character as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pop mine in yet because Ace,
Here.
who knows what my
So-
character looks like as of now.
So Logan, you notice Asa's character sitting by a cloaked figure, and you also notice Caleb's character, but they're two separate instances, like two separate interactions occurring that you notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Where's my
Turbo, what was your
folder?
perception roll?
11.
Okay, I have to
I have-
fix. I'm
I have-
sorry. I'll be back.
Is that what I get on my perception?
Yes. You rolled high enough that now you know I have to piss.
Where's my
I will take the
D&D
opportunity
folder?
as well.
That is a double nat
here it
20 on
is.
perception.
All
So
right.
high that you
Perception.
notice something out of the world.
You kill the perception check. Instant kill.
This is what you're gonna notice. Is let me pull it up on my stream so my stream can actually see it. You're going to see an elvish
that
man,
doesn't look normal. That's
a
for
very
sure.
young elvish man with a deformity in his cheek that kind of like opens up his cheek so you can see the teeth inside. So it's very, very sus.
I'm asking this as a player, not as a character. Does it have a little whistle when he talks?
No, it does not have a whistle when he talks.
Missed opportunity.
But he's very, very young. He's not an aged elf. He's very young and very self-conscious. You're gonna notice
Not
that
an aged elf.
he's very self-conscious and tends to kind of keep to himself as much as possible.
So what you're saying is point out all of his flaws.
You can do whatever you want. You do whatever you like.
You can do whatever you like.
Live!
Live! It says live.
Sorry, guys. I just had to go real. I was like, I think I can hold it for.
No,
I couldn't.
he couldn't. He was stage 10. He was already at stage 10.
Hmm. Let me tell you, it was a
It's
good
all right,
piss.
Captain.
You guys
Nice.
should have been there.
I should have been there.
Turbo building
Next time.
windows.
Next time.
Caleb, you said your character was a goblin?
No, he's an elf.
Sorry. Elf. Okay, my bad.
I sent a picture of him in the Errahim Chronicles if you want
Okay.
to look. And you will
Ooh,
obviously notice why
spicy.
he's very noticeable amongst the crowd and why people don't want to be near him.
He's a dark elf.
No.
A drow? Oh.
He's a regular elf. That's just the color that it chose for me.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's what you're going to notice as you search for Gotchmead.
That's
Gibblestum.
Interesting. I will just be happily drinking merrily with my newfound friend. Not newfound, but
Old found, refound.
old found. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What did you roll? Or Logan? Or oh my gosh, Chase, what did you roll on your perception?
This is the second time you've asked me, Coolin.
I know.
11.
Okay.
Apparently, it's really important.
Well,
So,
I think it's important because I'm probably like right on the.
You're probably about to die.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die. He's probably gonna be like, "You perceive cancer, die, idiot."
you perceive a lot.
Arnar,
On your
clear.
left testicle.
Oh, oh no. That's
Oh,
she no good.
Colin,
Uh,
what happened to my character? Did that happen down there as well?
Do you want it to?
Sure, why not?
Do you want it to?
So, Braylon, you see, Vilser or Caleb's guy looking around for people, worrying about Gotsmead or a goblin. What did you say, Gotsmead or goblin?
I was saying because like I'm not assuming that people know his name, so I'm just describing small goblin.
So, everyone except Chase notices you asking about a goblin, but then you also notice another figure who, when he hears you and Phelan talking about Gotsmead, he starts to perk up. And then Logan, you perceive Braylon and Chase speaking, and Caleb's character.
So I will take a few more sips of my ale. Well, actually, what time of day is it?
It is evening, so it's. I would say
Then it'll be whiskey.
I was gonna say, I was like, he doesn't want to be day drinking.
Whiskey.
So, I'm not just like drinking tons and tons. I'm not drunk, but
You're not Asa.
something a little harder.
I'm something
Indeed.
smarter.
Well,
So I'm gonna take another sip of my whiskey, stand up, and walk over.
okay.
And this is when
Who are you
guys
walking
will
to?
see Hawthorne. I'm gonna walk over to the two who I overheard talking about the goblin or Gotsmead.
In that case, like seeing as you walk up, you're gonna see my character like obscure his face a lot more, so you can't see his face.
So you will see a
Is it HAW?
middle-aged man who's yes. You will see him stand up, turn around, walk over to you guys. And he is a middle-aged man, but he looks almost younger than he should. I don't know. He's got, really soft and smooth-looking skin. Though his hair is like perfectly white. He's got some scruff, and he looks pretty well kept. He's got an air about him, I'll say, of, I don't know. When he looks at you guys, you will notice that he seems very perceptive. Like he
You're very thoughtful.
has an understanding of things.
Okay.
Yes, very
I
thoughtful.
gotcha. Yeah.
And so he'll walk over to you and he'll say, and actually, what does your character look like, Chase?
He's obscuring his face. You can't see it.
He's fully covered his face up.
Yeah.
Oh, hot dog.
Okay.
He's the real edgy boy in the group.
Did you want
So,
to send
Hawthorne.
yours in, Asa?
What was that? Say that again.
Did you want to send your character in?
Yeah. Okay. If you're gonna approach us, I can send it in. I'll turn to look at you and say, what would you like, old man?
I'll say, you'll see a little half grin pop onto his face. He's like, and he'll say, well, it appears we're here for the same purpose. You received a letter from Godsmead?
Oh, how bold are we? Yes, I have. It's very sensitive information, but I'm glad that we're in friendly company.
Indeed, though. What?
Oh,
Someone say something?
what is everyone's passive perceptions as well?
I don't think I'm very high.
13.
13.
14.
10.
9! 9!
It's 10.
14.
That's bad.
Logan, you want to know something? I got 9 passive perception,
Uh-huh.
9 passive investigation, and 9 passive insight.
Dang.
Oof, my investigation is what's good.
So your character is a fighter.
No, he's not a fighter. You idiot! No, I'm just kidding.
He's dumb. That's what he is.
Yeah, my character is dumb.
Close to a fighter, probably. Actually, I don't know either, but
You'll see.
yeah.
Soon enough, my boy.
So
Shouldn't know.
the only one that perceives it is Caleb. Your guy notices another person stand up from the bar, clad in blue robes, start walking toward their table.
Okay.
And then
And Asa had just responded by saying, I'm glad we're in friendly company.
We're good company, yeah.
And I'll respond by saying, it would appear so, though. Allow me to make a formal introduction. My name is Hawthorne Oddleaf. To whom might I be adventuring with over the next days?
My name...
And he'll extend a hand out.
Oh, okay. I'll grab your hand. I'll say, my name is Braylon.
How hard do you grip my hand?
Oh.
How firm is your handshake?
You break my hand.
What class do you think I am? And how do you...
I don't know what you look like.
How do you... I sent it.
Oh, wait,
He sent his Hero Forge.
it's still loading for me.
Okay. I'll just say a firm,
good lord.
strong handshake. Unyieldingly strong, but not like I'm gonna break your hand.
Unyielding.
Unyielding.
hamburger.
How strong is your
And
handshake?
Hawthorne
Like, I'm
will
not,
grip it.
and I'm not like squeezing, but just like strong.
It's firm. It's strong. Probably stronger than yours, but
Oh, really?
I'm also not
I
trying
do
to break
better.
the
Okay.
hand.
Okay.
He's holding
It's been
back. Is what
passed
he's
down by
saying.
generations. Our sleeves rip, and you can just see the muscle.
Strong line through generations. Yes. So and while we're shaking hands, it's going on for a little longer. And he'll
Mhm.
stack his hand on top of it, and he'll say, "It's a pleasure to meet you," and he'll squeeze a little harder.
Oh, okay. Yes. I guess I squeeze harder as well. Are we doing a strength roll? What's happening? Are we? Oh, so I grab spear hand too, and I squeeze a little harder. Yes, very well met.
Go ahead.
And this look of
each of you-
kinship will develop. He'll just look you fiercely in the eyes, and he'll say, "The pleasure is mine."
No,
Squeeze a little harder.
it is mine.
What were you saying, Cooland?
I was gonna say each of you roll an insight.
Oh.
Your contest of handshakes.
Insight it
Oh,
is.
no.
No!
Can I, sitting at the table,
It
can
was
I
almost
roll
in that 20,
insight?
but instead it is a 5.
Yeah.
I got it. I got a 12.
Ooh,
Uh,
I got an 18.
Okay.
an
Yeah,
18.
Chase is just watching this whole thing.
I know.
Uh,
It's like through the like I'm imagining I have a scarf on and like my hood over and
Huh.
going to like far too great of lengths trying to hide my face, being like, oh.
Obito.
So, Logan, you, upon shaking Braylon's hand, you look at him and you see a sense of dwarvish stoutness. That's what you glean from this prolonged handshake. And then, Braylon, you perceive of Hawthorne a firm, calloused hand, as if this is a well-used hand.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Uh,
Well used. Okay.
well used.
Whoa.
And then Phelan, while watching these two share a prolonged handshake, you glean that both of them are probably, I wouldn't even say probably, they're just two interestingly intense people. It's like when you meet someone, they're like, so happy to see you here, Turbo. I missed you so much. You're like, I barely know who you are.
Like the eye contact is too like severe, and
like-
it's like hand on the shoulder. Like
These are two intense people greeting each other and trying to be like, what can I glean from this person that
Yeah.
I'm
gotcha. Got it.
And you, when you see my character, you assumed I was just a short human because I do come off very human-like, but I'm just a slightly taller dwarf.
He's not
What are we
not
all
he's
if not
and
he's
tall?
not a he's
my
not a
character-
dwarf-like human. He's a human-like dwarf.
There you go.
Your character.
And my character is human,
Mhm.
but he is. His hair is like strikingly white. That's like the biggest thing.
God,
That would
no, why?
seem kind of unnatural,
course,
especially
yeah.
for someone his
Handsome
age.
young
Because he doesn't look to be that old.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's middle-aged.
Okay.
He's a middle-aged man. Okay, Dante's character.
Anyways, so it is in that moment. Will release your hand. And then he'll look towards. Chase, what's your character's name?
You don't know that yet.
Ooh!
Ooh!
Oh, yes, I told
The
you.
hooded
Ooh.
figure sitting at the table. And he'll say, "Hail and well met."
Yeah.
And then he'll just kind of like through the hidden face will say, "You're looking for a what was my voice for this character? What the fuck?"
It
You're
was
looking
some
for-
Mediterranean Eastlander accent.
You're looking for a friendly introduction, correct?
Aye, if that is what you wish.
Well, I
Seems
assure
we'll
you,
be companions in the coming days.
I assure you that any introduction other than this, and he kind of like gestures to the hidden face. He's like, any introduction other than this will not be so friendly. And then he'll kind of like use the table to stand up a bit, and you'll see that the table kind of like bends under his weight, and as he just continues, like it seems like he's just continuing to stand up until he reaches a towering 8-foot tall stature and insanely wide shoulders. He is a very, very large person, and he will kind of
And
snap
then
his
as you
attention
just
over to
grow and loom, as you just like grow taller and taller and loom over Hawthorne, he's gonna just look at you, and you'll just see a smile kind of start to grow on his face, like, and then he'll look up at you and he'll say, "By the gods, what are you, half ogre or half bugbear? You're enormous."
Now he's just regular bear.
he'll just say, I am nothing of the sort. And then he'll say, he'll snap his attention over to Braylon and say, "I'm gonna go get you that drink."
Much appreciated.
And he'll head over to the bar and grab a drink.
At this time,
As
I think
you-
Vilsarius is gonna like bump
Hawthorne
into him.
will grab his own
okay.
hand and shake it.
Ah, yes. Oh, good heavens.
And I think Vilsarius is going to attempt to talk to this towering man who's getting drinks and being like, sir, have you seen a small green goblin by chance?
I can't say that I have. However, the two fine gentlemen over at that table, and I'm on my way back there in just a second. If you would like to go join them.
Oh, all right. And then I'll just like sheepishly, I'll sheepishly
The
walk.
hot smoking slabs of meat over there are talking about it.
Oh, and then there's like drool coming out of his mouth. Schmeat.
Ooh.
And then I'll just cautiously walk over to the table.
You return to the table, and as you walk up to the bar, Amphalin, to get the drinks for the table, you see this hooded figure in blue kind of greets you halfway, and he pauses in front of you. He is not as tall as you, but he is closer to your height than anyone else. He's
Okay.
a big guy, but he has a young voice. He stops and pauses and says, "Are you looking for Gotsmead? You and your compatriots at that table, are you looking for Gotsmead?"
And if we were?
"I am an emissary sent by Gotsmead to gather you and take you to him."
Do you have any letters or instructions from Godsmead proving this fact?
"I have instructions, but no letters. Only that I must gather you and take you to him."
I think he's gonna kind of just grab like a pint of ale off of the tavern and say, "Well, let's go have a meeting with my comrades over here and see how they feel about this, because I'm not so sure what to read from this."
Of course.
And then he'll kind of like usher to go join them at the table.
All right. So he helps you gather. Did you get drinks for everyone, or just you and?
Just one for Braylon.
Okay, so
I already
grab
have mine
that.
at the table.
As you go to pay for that drink, he's going to put down like a singular gold piece, which is enough to buy you guys drinks for the rest of the evening. And it's probably it's probably more than that even. So you just see him basically. It's like you go to the dollar store, buy a 30-cent piece of candy, and he puts a $100 bill on the table. And he puts that down, and he grabs more drinks, and he walks back with.
I will also grab a whole bunch of more drinks. I'll just
Okay.
basically start almost as best I can, start lining the like handles
Right.
on my arms to like walk over with like 30 drinks.
You see this like eye patch dragonborn like filling drinks as fast as he can behind it. Anyways, all right, and you guys begin your approach. When you return to the table, Caleb, your guy is there, and now Turble, you've brought back another person.
I'm gonna not slam down, but like pretty aggressively set down all the drinks and be like, "This fine man brought us drinks for the rest of the night. I think we should hear him out."
And what is the name of this traveler?
You see he walks up and he pulls his blue hood down, and you see he's dressed in like really fine clothes, highly educated. Let me send his picture in there as well. He looks highly educated. He's very young. He's not very old.
He's blue like that?
He's blue like that.
He's blue like
Probably a little lighter blue than, in similar respect to Caleb, that's just the color it gave it. I told it light blue, and then it turned him light blue. So he's probably closer to gray than blue, but
Okay.
same song and dance there. And you see he sits down and you ask him his name and he says, "My name is Halston, and I am here to gather you all and take you to Godsmead." Those of you who are looking for him.
And he seems to be telling the truth.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
I trust him.
What'd
I'm
you say?
desperate.
I said I trust him.
Oh.
I
Hey,
really
Seth.
can't tell. I rolled an at one.
Oh.
Ooh.
You said you didn't get drunk, Logan. No, so yeah, you're just uncertain. I think this is a lot of meeting for one moment. So there's a new guy here, but he goes, "My instructions were to come and find you here at this time, gather you, and begin to take you to Godsmead. Those of you who are interested in joining, I suppose."
How far are we traveling?
Well, we're
Very
traveling
well.
a number of miles. It will take a couple days.
Okay.
I'll
How
just
are we,
stand up.
What is your means of travel? Are we walking or by horse?
Horse.
Okay.
Before we discuss anything further, you see he stands up and he taps his staff on the ground, and it just sends out. He casts like prestidigitation. It's a small like bell ring, and the bartender looks at him, and he does a wrap up sign, and the bartender says, "Everyone get out, we're closed." And everyone just like begrudgingly stands and starts to walk out except you guys.
I
And
think
then the bartender goes and shuts the door behind him.
not understanding that was like a whole ploy. My character's gonna and start walking out.
No, you can stay, you can stay.
Oh. He's
And
gonna
you
turn
see
around and then take another big swig of his drink.
he turns and he looks at all of you and he goes, "Braylon, Hawthorne, Vilsarius, and Phelan, correct? These are the four
Yes.
standing before me.
Correct.
Tis.
Then you are the ones that I was sent to retrieve."
Yes. I received
Yes,
a letter.
And
I
I'll
don't
like look towards the rest of them, and I was like, "How else would he know our names?"
Magic.
I see. I trust him. I'm gonna follow him.
All right. He goes, "Well, we must take."
As
must
will
leave
I,
at
my friend.
once." And you see he grabs his stuff. You see that he taps his staff again, and another bell rings, and the bartender comes out of his back room rolling a keg with him. And so he's following you guys out, rolling the keg. When you get out there, you see that there are 5 horses. One is hooked up to a wagon. He hops on the wagon one as the bartender puts one of what is like a bunch of provisions and a big barrel of ale on the wagon. He goes, "Please mount up and let us go. Feel free to ask me anything as we go. It will take some time for us to get there. Hopefully you packed some warm clothes. It's rather cold this time."
Can I fit on a horse, or do I need a war horse?
So I think he would have prepared for each of you individually. So I think he has a horse large enough for you to mount and ride.
Okay.
I'm on a pony.
I'm on a pony.
And if you guys notice my character,
And-
you're gonna notice that my character kind of like talks to the horse that he's gonna be riding, and just like you don't really know what he's saying, but he's offering it comfort basically, as he does with all horses that he's gonna
He's
ride.
just sharing a moment with his horse.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you guys, or if we have a moment, you will see Hawthorne reach into his pouch and pull out a little baggie and pour that into his whiskey, and he'll mix it around with his finger for a second and just chug it down the whole thing. And then he'll walk over to his horse and climb on.
All right. You see Halston hands a bag of money, basically an equivalent to the bartender, and says, "Thank you very much for your services." All of you are armed, correct? Because when we get there might be a little bit of a fight.
With whom? What
Well-
trouble has Godsme gotten in?
Well, it's much easier seen than explained. So I'll just give you the warning that there might be a combat, then explain what's happening. It's complex.
I guess I'll just be curious for these next couple days of travel.
All right. So, did you guys want to? Was there any amount of, I guess, like get to know you in this time? Would you have taken your hood off and revealed yourself? You guys aren't traveling by any road. You guys are traveling off trail, basically.
Mm. I will talk with Phelan a little bit.
Okay.
And Phelan, I'll ride up next to him. What have you been up to this past year?
Just staying out of trouble mainly. Not that I'm not grateful, but what you did kind of branded me as a wanted man, and that's why I obscure my face so much. And also, it's not exactly the most precious sight to behold, but
No, I understand.
I've been trying my best to keep people out of situations that I got myself in. I don't think anyone deserves to be put through what I was put through. That's what I've been doing for this last year.
I hope that I may find a way to heal and fight back against the what's her name? Paragon. The Paragon. Hopefully Godsmeet can have some sort of help or answer with this, but we will see when we get there.
Let's play a game of charades.
I know, that's a great picture.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I want you to know that in your efforts to stopping the Paragon, I'm right there beside you.
Yeah.
Um,
What is it, Logan?
In my time, I'm sure I've heard of what the Paragon is. Have I ever had any personal interactions with the Paragon?
Not unless you would think you had any reason to. I don't know that they would have tried to do anything
No.
to you. So, if you had resisted them, you might have.
Okay.
But
So, remind me what the Paragon. Okay, remind me what the Paragon are and what
so
their
the
goal is.
Paragon, the Paragon are basically to rid the world of heretics' darkness.
Devastation.
Yeah, so basically what they do is if they see any signs of dark magic, interplanar magic, they basically think that you are working for the Dark Heretic. Very rarely do they hold a trial before they exact justice. In a lot of places, the Paragon are actually like a great police force. Like crime typically goes down where they are, but in more serious and dire situations, they might use excessive force to bring to pass their
Their will.
their will. And you are Udrend, right? Your character has lived in Udrend, the sister continent, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So your experience with the Paragon would have been way lower. Like you might have maybe seen them on a ship, but they didn't really come to the mainland over there that much. In fact, most of the worship occurring on your side isn't like people aren't worshiping with the Paragon on your place as much as they are like they're worshiping Ojin and Kor and people like that over on your continent more than Renora, where a lot of people are either worshiping Kor if they're in the south, and if they're in the north, they're worshiping Kor in the way that the Paragon do, which is a little more active.
Mm-hmm.
And none of you have had any more contact with Godsmead besides the letters, have you?
Just gonna shake my head no.
Nor have I. Just the letter. Do we know anything about the specifics of those letters, or like how he lured us in, or attracted our attention?
So I didn't write an actual letter for you, but we had conversations about it. I think yours was the furthest back, Logan, our conversation about what you entailed. But he he talked to you about some things that are particular to your backstory. So I don't want. So he knew who you were, and he was being specific to you when he contacted you. And he's done similar things
Okay.
to all of you. So he's also offered to pay you for your time. And
That's right. Okay.
if Halston is any example, Godspeed has
Okay.
gold to spare. So
Okay. Then Hawthorne will say, "No, I haven't heard from him since that letter. But I'm very curious to know what he knows and how he knows it."
If I may be so bold, what are your motivations to working with Godsmead? And that's directed
Well,
to you. Yeah.
ultimately, I'm not sure. And you'll see Hawthorne kind of get a distant or a far-off look in his face, and he'll say, "It's been a long time since I've tried anything like this, or done anything like this. Since I've gone out on an adventure. But, given the things he spoke of in his letter, I believe that he is right, that each of us has a purpose in this quest. So, I suppose time will tell."
Fair enough. And you might have overheard our conversation, but dealing with the Paragon is partially why we are out here, and we are hoping that through this adventure we can continue to bring more peace to this world, and we are going to help as best as we can. I believe the only one that I am not familiar with anymore is our elf friend. What did you say your name was?
My name's Vilsarius.
Visarius. That's a very unique name. Where do you come from?
I come from the mountains.
It's quite the villainous name.
Vilsarius? It's Vilsarius
I'm
Mistfall.
I'm sorry.
I come from a mountain valley, very small, around the great city of Olirith. I don't really know exactly where I'm from, but that's where I was raised.
Oh. Well, it's great to meet you. And what brings you out on this adventure?
Honestly, just been needing some money to live. I've just been trying to reestablish my life after the... What do we call it? Do we call it the Great Calamity? Is that what we're calling the death of the heretic?
yeah, that would probably be what you would refer to it as.
Yeah, just after the Great Calamity.
Yes, all of our lives were turned upside down when that occurred. But I hope that you may find your way through this adventure.
Thank you.
Where did you say you were from again? You said
the mountains
Olirith?
near Olirith.
Olirith, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Perfect. Awesome. I don't have anything else to say.
Halston's going to turn and look at you all and say, "I will warn you a little bit about Gotsmead. He's a fairly eccentric man. He is not typical. He seems to get over-enthusiastic about some things, and others it cares so little for that they're hardly a thought in his head. But I guess the best way to explain him is sort of venture adventure. He has adventures that are crazy and backwards and finds people for it, but for this one he's particularly enthusiastic about. He has much planned.
And where did Godsmeed find you? Would you say your name Halson?
Halston, yes.
Halston.
Godsmead knew my brother, and he found me. He found me sometime after that, and told me part of his plan, which I will allow him to explain, as it is much more his. He's more inclined to describe things like that than I, so I will allow him to do that. But
Fair enough.
he found me, and he has been working with me to make some things happen. So he has asked me to gather you in Last Watch, as he is also a wanted man by the Paragon and cannot be out as much as he would like to be. So, speaking of the Paragon, we have to cross a main road here soon. Not very often, but the Paragon do at times patrol it, so I would be wary and prepared for an eventual run-in with them in the event it does happen.
Very, very well.
But anyways, forward and onward. You guys travel for a few more hours. Go ahead, Logan. Were you going to say something?
Took a breath.
I was just gonna say, and where do you hail from?
Oh, I hail from mountains in the north. In the north of Renora, that is. The closest civilization would be Pine Grove. The next closest would be Ohm.
So you're a ways away from home then?
Yes. I traveled to Last Watch a number of weeks before this intended meeting time. I've been there for some time, gathering materials and supplies as Godsmead had requested. This is the third run for supplies in preparation of this meeting. So
does that mean there's others that are joining us?
I'm not sure. There are others that were invited, yes, but others that are there right now, I don't believe so, unless they arrived since I left.
I see.
But we shall proceed forward. Please be on high alert for Paragon. If somebody would like to roll me a luck check, that would be fantastic.
I'll do a luck check.
Dokily.
Oh, never mind. Logan called dibs. It's all him.
No, I dibs did. Natural 20!
Roll again.
Roll again to kill the luck.
Let's see
Natural
if you kill the
20.
luck.
Yeah, roll again
Let's
to
see
see
if
if
you
you
just kill them when
insert a
you're
luck
there.
check.
Okay,
Darn it.
Wow, what a letdown.
Nope.
You guys proceed on the trail without interruption. You get off the trail onto the main road, travel for some time through a canyon, and then you loop back into the woods to head up toward the mountains. At this point, you guys have been traveling for probably about 4 or 5 days. At this point, Turble, do you think your character would have done anything to reveal what he looks like? I imagine 5 days on horseback.
Nope.
Curled up in a towel.
Curled up in a towel. 5 days. No, I'm just kidding. He's probably like I'll leave it up to DM's discretion on how you want to play this, but I think for if he wanted to take it off, he would kind of like trail back a little bit and then take it off, or he would like take stuff off while he's eating, but he'd like face away from people.
It's like the lower part or something.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm open to letting people do like
It's like the Mandalorian.
perception or investigation or whatever to take a look at him, but like it wouldn't be an obvious thing.
I guess, is anyone curious enough to want to grab a peek?
Well, Chase, can you send it to me? Because I know what your character looks like.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I look like, because Lamau. But let me.
Lamau.
I think my character is more interested in why he's hiding his face and not necessarily what he looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's me too.
So if you guys would like to, do you want to like bring it up to him, or you
Yeah.
just... Okay.
I think during like one evening when he's like
At
eating
some
face
point during
away.
the 5 days or 4 days.
Yeah. At some point, I think my character is gonna walk up to Phelan and be like, "Do you mind if I ask you why you conceal your face?"
Absolutely. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Fuck off, you little brat. No,
Immediately hostile.
I think he's gonna give you like a kind of cryptic answer, not like super cryptic, but he's gonna say, "As a kid, I was pretty reckless, and I got myself into a lot of situations. And one day, I got myself into a situation that I couldn't get myself out of, and that sticks with me all day, every day. That." And also some bad people are looking for me, so I try and keep my face so that people can't, say, "Oh, he's right there." So,
Well, if you need anyone to talk to, I'm pretty sure that I have some experience in facial issues.
Yeah. It's like, "Oh, trust me, I could tell." my dude is very, very stupid and very, very dumb. So he doesn't know he doesn't know the best thing to say sometimes. So he's like, "Yeah, I could tell what happened there."
Well, I was born like this.
"Oh, I'm so sorry."
So I didn't.
Have you ever tried eating through that?
Yes.
Does it work?
Yes.
Huh.
It's
Do you
just
ever think that like maybe you'd want to like make it a little bit bigger so you could get like bigger food in there? Or...
No, it's big enough.
Yeah, it's damn right. It's big enough.
Okay. Well, good night.
You know what, never mind, I
I'll just
don't
walk
know
away.
him.
I'll just
You know
walk
what?
away.
As you walk away, he's just gonna be like, "Good talking to you, Velsarius."
I just won't say anything. I'll just put my head down and kind of cover my face a little.
And Phelan's like, "That was a great, like, perfect interaction. Like that was flawless."
Velsarius,
you didn't say anything wrong.
Depressed.
All right. So, with that, we're going to just skip ahead. So, you guys have been traveling for close to a week when you start to ascend a mountain. You ascend the mountain and you start to proceed through a small snow village. And there's a stone brick road that wraps around one side of the mountain, and you follow that, and as you turn that side of the mountain, you see a large keep expanding off the mountain up into the sky. It has 3 tall spires on it and a main courtyard that is walled in. You see on the entrance there are no guards, and there is no marking on it saying what it is or anything like that. The village was populated with people who looked similar to Halston. It was a village of Goliath people, large half giants basically. And you see that he leads the horse and brings the wagon in. There is a gap between the main gate, so a bridge has to be lowered, and a bridge is lowered. You see that this bridge falls as you guys approach, and Halston walks his horse through.
Follow suit.
All right.
I will follow dress.
Oh.
Follow dress.
Yeah, get it? Follow suit, follow dress. Huh?
as you guys enter the courtyard, Alston hops off the horse, and you see a couple things in here. You see a large botanical centurion. It is leaning on the wall and sitting. It looks really rusty and it seems to be destroyed. Those of you who don't know what botanical centurions are, they are the halfway point between plant life and a robot, basically. They are big, they are tall, they are meant for protection, and you would have heard about them being in Botanica as part of like the Queen's Guard in Botanica. And they are the invention of the Queen's lead arcanomancer or artificer. He created these things. But you see there is one here that seems a little rusted, a little dilapidated, and it is kind of sitting by the door, and it wakes up, and it goes, it wakes up as you enter, and it approaches toward the wagon. Halston hops off his horse, unhitches his horse from the wagon, and this centurion grabs the wagon and begins to pull it to a storehouse. You see there are some people here. A lot of them are middle-aged. I think the youngest person there is probably in their 30s, and they're wearing old garb for a now ruined city that was once called Rindwald. They wear green, tattered, they wear armor that is tarnished, but they seem to have established some kind of base camp to live here from. And Halston is going to say, "It has been a hard few days of travel. I know I've not allotted much sleep. If you need, you may rest, or we can go and meet with Gotsmead right now."
And there's no sign of fighting or anything like that going on?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet. I pull out my sword. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Yes, I would like to meet with him as soon as possible.
That's what I.
Of course. Of course. Well, then I will go tell him that you are here, and we will see what he does from there. Halston runs into the main central keep, and he goes up. He just goes in there, basically. Then you guys are left out in this courtyard
Very
with all
well.
these people.
After you, gentlemen.
Oh, why thank you.
Then I'll follow everybody else.
Cool.
Walking in the same room.
You guys walk in, and you don't see Halston in there immediately, but you do hear him in the distance talking to someone. And he's going, "It's time, they are here. Let us go out and let us see what it is we are looking for." And then you see Halston walks back out, staff in hand, and he goes, "This is Captain Gotsmead." And you see Gotsmead comes walking out. I'm going to hurry and send what he looks like.
Another iteration of Gotchmead.
This
Well,
is just an AI generated image of him. So.
Oh, good.
And I just sent another image of what my character could look like. Ooh.
Ooh.
I like how he has now adorned a more official looking garb.
Captain Gotsmead.
That's awesome.
Very good.
But he comes out and he goes, "I'm so glad you all made it here today to meet with me about this potential venture. All right, so let's get to work. So what we're going to do is we need to go down into the basement area, the dungeon of this keep, and fully clear it out before we can make something happen here. You with me?"
Yeah! And he's gonna run down.
Sure.
There's no going back now.
Lead the way.
Gotsmead then basically starts running toward a door that goes downstairs. See, you go down a couple of levels, and he says, "We have been slowly clearing out this keep since we discovered it some 15, give or take, years ago. and there have been quite the amount of beasts and monsters that live inside of it. The only place we have yet to clear out is the dungeon. Once the dungeon is cleared out, we can actually set this up to be an official base of operations for our future endeavors.
Jason, I know what this is.
You know what this is, Asa?
I know what this is now.
No!
Oh no! Oh
I'm
no!
gonna run down and start swinging at some creatures.
You guys hear a bunch of hissing and noises down there. Now,
I take the study action and identify what kind of creatures are emitting the hissing.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. If you take the study action, I guess you get to choose an investigation or an insight check. So
Yeah, I'll
I
do
think this is an
investigation.
investigation. All right.
Oh, a dirty 20.
So you hear what sounds like a horde of undead, a small gathering of zombies down in this dungeon. Gotsmead lights up a torch and he holds it out and draws his rapier. He says, "Let us begin."
Are you sure we're ready for this?
I'm as sure as I'll ever be, which is not ever sure enough. Let us go. And he opens the door.
Sure
Slightly confusing.
You guys
It
are on
works
a
out.
stairwell. There's a doorway at the bottom of like a small, basically 6 foot by 6 foot landing. He opens a door and almost immediately undead start to just flow out.
Oh, jeez.
You guys have to back up the stairs a little bit. So go ahead and roll me initiative.
Sheesh.
Nat 20, but it's just
Nat
a 20
20.
because I have a +0 to initiative.
All right, nat 20.
15.
17.
I'm looking for my initiative. Bonus. There it is. 10.
All right. And then okay, so with that, the first zombie comes out, and they operate like a horde. So there are many zombies operating on one initiative that do a total damage to. That have one attack roll to hit, basically. So
Sure.
or it's 2 attack rolls to hit. As you defeat more zombies, they'll get 1 attack. Once you have their health, they'll
Sure.
only have 1 attack. So let me. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top of the order with Gotsmead, who's going to take his turn and just slink away into the crowd of zombies. He kind of disappears between them. And then after that, it's Turbo's turn.
Okay, can I? And I'll explain if the answer to this is unsure. But can I do my object interaction and bonus action in kind of one fell swoop? I basically I want to rip my cloak off, but then also while doing that, cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so as Gottschmied kind of slinks into the back, you're gonna see and Phelan take 2 very large steps down the stairs, and he'll jump to the bottom, and you will see all of his fear of he doesn't want to be noticed, he doesn't want to be seen. All of that is melted away by the excitement of battle, and he rips his cloak off, and you guys see. You see this atrocious bug-faced man.
Oh god.
Yeah, and that kind of hardened bug skin is all over his body. His knuckles have that. His spine is raised and has that plating it. His whole body seems like it's got a bug carapace on it.
What is he?
And he will as he rips that off, he will slam down on the ground one final time, and just you will feel the floor shake a little bit. And as that entrance, he will cast Shield of Faith on himself. And then he is going to use his action to Great Sword. Would it just be one zombie?
It would be the Horde. The Horde has a total stat block.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna go to hit the Horde. 17.
17 hits.
Okay, that is 15 damage.
All right, 15. You slice through a few. Whoop! I don't want to divide. You slice through probably 5 or 6 zombies as they and they just start exploding their flesh everywhere. Following Turbo's turn, it's Logan's turn.
I am going to also take my great sword. I will draw it and make 2 big fat slices towards the horde.
All right.
The first one is a nat 1.
Well, that misses.
And the second one is a 2.
So
big,
a 9, but
big.
So Logan, you go to swing, or rather Hawthorne, you go to swing, and it has been a minute to draw your sword and fight, and especially where door open, zombies, boom, burst out. You swing, and it buckles you down to your knee. You are under the effects of the prone condition for the time being. Following Hawthorne's turn, it's Vilsarius.
Hey. Is this staircase pretty wide, or is it pretty narrow?
This staircase is at most 5.5 feet wide.
Okay.
At most.
So am I able to walk around this Hawthorne body that just crumpled to the floor?
my bad.
We'll say that you can step over him,
Okay.
but it'll be difficult terrain.
Okay.
So the staircase is probably about, from the last landing, it's probably about 30 feet
Okay.
to the next landing. So it's landing, 30 feet of stairs, landing. You guys are 10 feet from that main landing Godsmead disappeared into.
From the bottom landing?
Yep, that
Okay.
has the dungeon door on it.
Well, good thing I have 45 walking speed.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna pull out the glaive from my back, and I'm gonna carefully step over Hawthorne as I make my way down the stairs. And if you're in front of me, you're gonna see a very light, kind of quick flash of very soft yellow glow as I rage, and my eyes will be kind of have a gold shimmer around them when I'm raged. And then I'm gonna take a big ol' whack at some undead when I reach them.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack action, or your attack.
Does a 23 hit?
23 does, in fact, if you can believe it, it hits.
Oh, beautiful. That's what I want. Exactly what I want.
It hits perfect.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That'll be 6 total damage.
6 damage.
6 total
You slash through. You slash through a couple of these zombies. They fall and clatter. At this point, the ones that have fallen are tripping some of the ones behind them, but the zombies are just pouring out, and they're just folding over, World War Z style.
Oh, geez.
Following Vilsarius' turn, it's the zombie horde's turn. The zombie horde is going to... so right now at the front... So we're going to say that when you jumped over Turble, you're in the landing with the zombies. Caleb, you're in front of Hawthorne, and then Asa, you're behind Hawthorne.
So,
All right.
is it like I'm on a platform above them all, or how is it the
You're at
terrain
an
looking?
you're at an incline above them.
Oh,
So
okay.
think of like a small square room with a doorway, and in that, like, there's two doorways. On one side is the dungeon. On the other side is a staircase that's 5 feet wide that goes
Oh,
up
okay.
to another landing.
So I'm a little up on the stairway, looking
Yep.
kind of down at all this happening.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
And how many zombies are coming out of the room?
they're like a ton. Like
Okay.
probably, like you would assume that there's probably close to 50 trying to flood out of this room all
Okay.
at once.
Jeez.
So following, so the zombies, it's going to swing at the person. So they have 2 attacks. They're gonna do 1 attack on Amphalin and 1 attack on Vilsarius. Let me hurry and roll those. There it is. All right, so the attack on Amphalin is a 20, and the attack on Vilsarius is a 17.
Hits.
It just barely hits me.
Barely hits. Okay.
Yeah.
Each of you take. Let me hurry and find my pre-roll. There it is. Okay, each of you take. So Turble, you take 22. Caleb, you take 19 damage. The zombies dig their nails into your skin. Turble, you feel a bunch of and Phelan, you feel a bunch of their hands hit your body and slide off. And then one grabs right by one of your, just in the crack of one of your pieces of carapace, and it starts to get to you underneath that. And they are screaming. They are making a lot of noise. Following the zombie horde is Braylin's turn.
Cool. So how many zombies are, I guess, have come out of the door so far?
Let's say that, like, I don't know how to calculate the total
Right.
volume of the room. So let's say
And I'm
maybe 20,
Yeah.
15 or 20 zombies are stumbling out.
Okay. And can they? Is it like a pinched, like pincer? How do you say that? A pinched point where really only a couple of them can attack us at a time because of how the hallway is shaped?
Like a bottleneck.
Is it?
Yeah,
Thank you, bottleneck.
Something like that, but they all act like you're taking attacks. Be probably 5 zombies at a time. Those of you
Okay.
on the stairs, they have disadvantage when they attack you, just because you're at an angle and they are bottlenecked. But just for the sake of simplicity, they have 1 stat block that rolls twice until they have half health, and then
Okay.
it rolls once. So
Actually,
they
hang
have,
on,
and they
just
have 1 health, I guess.
Okay.
Just so like if you want to attack, basically you're attacking
Okay.
1 big zombie.
Okay. Cool. Chase, what were you going to say?
Oh, it's too late. I was gonna do something, but I got like you've already started your turn, and it's too late. I missed it.
Chase, go put your nose on the.
Chase, no.
All right, you can leave timeout now.
All right, you can get out of timeout now. It's okay, Turble. Did you think about what you did?
Oh, well then stay there.
All right, get back in timeout. All right.
Cool. So all these zombies are coming out.
Yep.
They're what?
You guys are fighting them, and you see a little smile creep on my face, and a spell book that you hadn't seen before appears. And you see the pages glow slightly, and from my hand, a small ball of fire appears. And then you see
Not a big
you hear,
ball of fire, right?
It's just a little one.
well, so far it's little.
Size doesn't matter, all right?
As of right
It'll
now,
get bigger.
I just gotta finagle the ball a little.
He's
and then it'll
Dude, he's a
get
chicken
bigger as it
grower, all right?
goes.
Leave him alone.
You hear some like a little incantation, like and then get down, and you see a ball of fire leave my hand, and you think it's small, but as you turn, you see it ever growingly increase in size as it hits the doorway. in a 20-foot radius fireball.
I'm so dead.
Fireball.
I'm so dead.
You killed me.
I'm actually so
dead.
I guess it's a third level attacking spell. I guess
It's a deck save, right?
Fireball is a dexterity.
Oh,
Save, yeah.
but I have
I'm dead.
danger sense.
A target
I'm
takes
so dead.
8d6 fire damage on
I'm
a failed
so
save.
dead.
How much
I
HP
remember
do you have?
conversations at the
I
beginning
have
saying,
27. And I have a +0 to dex. I'm so dead.
okay, so how far are we away from the doorway?
So the door room. So the doorway. So basically, the only person who isn't going to be hit by this is you, because you're at the back of the line and you just flung a fireball to the front of the line.
Okay, I'm not going to throw a fireball at the front. I just thought it would be hilarious.
I was ready.
Room we've been in.
Yeah, hold on. I want to
Ready.
see. What's the DC? I just want to see.
I guess it's whatever my intelligence score is. Dex save 14 is what this says.
Dang.
That's an 8. I would have died.
You're
I
cooked.
would have died. Yeah.
I have advantage.
It would have been roast bug for dinner.
So you're good.
Oh, I would have
What is it?
barely.
I'm prone, which means I think I automatically fail.
How did you get prone?
He
Okay,
tripped
roll
and
that
You
fell.
rolled the nat one and two.
I tripped as I swung.
That's right. Okay. What I'm really going to cast is it's called Web.
I
at
love
the
Web.
doorway. Yeah, so I'm gonna. Same thing. You hear some incantation, and then duck, and then a spray of white string rope comes out of my hand, which is web.
After he finagled his ball, he threw white goop at the wall.
Oh, that's going in quotes.
Oh. I finagled my fireball until I webbed.
So it says, okay, it is a 20-foot cube, so
Okay.
they might have to unstick themselves and step out of it. But I want to shoot for as far into the doorway as possible.
All right.
I've
So
been
the web is
gooped.
difficult terrain, and it's lightly obscured. Okay. So webs layer over a flat surface and have a depth of 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are immediately just clouded by web down in the room. Basically, everyone can't see, and you lose basically half your movement moving through.
You know
But
the
zombies also lose half of it.
you know the poison spider spawners in mine shafts.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm picturing.
Like that. It's basically that.
Oh boy.
All right. So you do that, and the zombies. Okay, so they have to do to exit. They do a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so thank you for
Against
not
the
TPKing.
No, yeah.
Against the spell save DC.
It
Also,
was very.
the average of
Hmm.
8d6 is 28.
Yeah,
That's the average number.
that is one more than the health I have.
And when I just rolled it, I got 36.
Yeah, I would have died.
Dang.
Ah! Triple
See ya.
He leaps down to the bottom of the
I'm like,
chair.
yes!
And then he curls like a spider on the bottom of the chair.
It's like, well, GG next character.
Reroll. He sheds his exoskeleton and is perfectly fine.
That's a JoJo reference.
He's actually a gnome.
F.
So, Pace, let me ask. So, in the restrained, at least in the 2014 rules, it says attack rolls have advantage against creatures like that. Is that still the same thing for the 2024 rules?
Let's see. Advantage, adventure, alignment. It's in order. Conditioned. Okay.
Restrained, right? And the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Let me hurry and pull this up.
That's what the restrained condition says, but I don't know how everything works together anymore.
I'm lost.
Speed 0. Disadvantage on attack rolls. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls in it, advantage to attack rolls against the creature in it, and
Okay.
disadvantage on dexterity saves.
Now I cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Ah!
And then you cast Fireball.
It's-
Alright,
I'm getting flashbacks to when Alarak used Burning Hands down in the cellar to get rid of the carrot man.
So you fling spider webs down there, and the zombies they stop flowing out, which can be a good thing. Following Asa's turn, the zombies are going to take a legendary action. The zombie horde. Hey, I'm throwing legendary actions at you right off the get-go, and they're going to use a bite attack. They're going to bite the closest person, which is going to be Amphalin. Or the person closest to the dungeon, they get a 20. Right. So they get a 20. You take
That's
3D.
with disadvantage.
Dang.
Oh, let me roll with disadvantage. Yes, that's with disadvantage.
Oof.
Dang.
Oof. I tried, boys.
You take
Rest in
7
peace.
poison damage
Okay.
and roll a Constitution saving.
Ooh, I got decent con.
Goodbye, Foot
19.
Traveler.
What did you roll?
19.
19. So you succeed.
Yay.
Well, let me know when you're done with that turn. I want to do
So-
something.
So this turn is just about done. So you see that they bite you. They do 7 damage, and you see that the zombies that bite you seem to reconstitute a little bit. That they seem to become a little better. And then following the zombies' turn. So is it something that has to happen?
It's a
on your turn?
reaction. No, it's a reaction.
Okay, go ahead.
Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke.
That's a good
Alright,
one.
Go ahead and
Dex saving throw. DC 13.
dex save.
And am I next to him?
Next to Amphalin.
Uh-huh.
So right now it goes Amphalin, Vilsarius, you, and then Asa.
Well, zombies and then me.
Wait, Logan, are you talking in initiative order? Like, distance-wise?
Is my person physically next to him?
Your person is physically, you're probably like 10 feet away from him,
All right.
which would be, in terms of movement, 20 feet. Did I already tell you how much damage you take from?
Yeah.
Okay, they fail the dex save.
Okay. So they're going to take the full 3d10,
Okay,
because I'm doing it at second level.
all right.
20. 20 fire damage.
Damage.
Sheesh. Hellish Rebuke. His jaw unhinges as a bug would, spews fire.
I can't do old man. For an old man. And cry of horror. I'm not ready for it. Okay,
His hellish
so,
rebuke. The power Christ compels you.
okay. So following the hellish rebuke, you're going. Not you.
Who's
crap. Hawthorne. You feel yourself. Basically, someone has relinquished their action to free you from the webs and stand you up. So you don't have to use your turn anymore. And you see Gotsmead standing by you, and he's like, "There's still fight to do. Get up." And then he's gonna bonus action hide, and go back into the webs.
All right. So I am going to stand up and lunge forward with my
Hold
great
up.
sword.
You're up, but it's Turbo's turn, and then it'll be your turn.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I want to. I'm going to bonus action touch myself and give myself shining smite.
Shining smite.
Why is that so bright?
And then I realized an oopsie doopsie. You roll twice for an attack. Like I get to do 2 attacks during 1 attack action.
Yeah, that's
so I'm gonna do both of those. So
No.
16 plus 7 is 23
Hits.
for my first, and then nat 20 for my second one.
Okay, that hits. Roll a second nat
Sheesh.
20.
Yoink! 13. So no.
Okay.
Um,
Watch Amphalin literally air horse turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing 4d6 plus 8.
All right.
And then, but the second 2d6. So I'm doing what would that? Are we doing double the dice or double the damage for nat 20s?
Nat 20s, just double the dice.
Okay, so then I will be doing 6d6 plus 12.
12.
6, 7, 10, 20, 22. That's 22 plus 12, 34. And then on top of, so that's 34 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Shining Smite is an extra 2d6. Is that double because of the nat 20?
Did you which attack did you do smite to your first?
I don't know. I put it on before I attacked, so I assume maybe the first.
So when you have multiple attacks, make sure in the future we'll let you crit with this one, but specify which attack you're applying your smite to.
Okay, thank you for being so kind and so generous.
I don't know. Let me make sure I'm making it correct.
It's basically either 2d6 or 4d6 of
Yeah, just go with double the smite for now with
So what did I say? I said did you write down how much damage I had in the first place?
34.
34? Okay, so that was 34 slashing, and then 10, 16, 17 radiant.
Okay, so how the technical term works is when you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can at that point decide whether you want to divine smite before you roll the damage. So you can confirm you hit to use your divine smite, and then you roll the damage. So it's only one of your attacks. So like at the beginning, if you you can roll to see if you hit both and then apply the smite.
Okay, so I can say I rolled both and then be like, I want to apply the smite to my second nat 20 attack.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, you just can't apply a smite after you've done.
Like if I do all the damage, then be like, I want to smite.
Yeah.
It's got to be before the damage. Gotcha. Okay.
And then it requires a spell slot.
Yes.
So
yeah, I'm out of second level spell slots because I did Hellish Rebuke at second level and Inflict Wounds at Shining Smite at second level.
Inflict Wounds, very good.
And Heining Shite.
Heining Shite. Yeah, so that's however much slashing I said, and then 17 radiant damage. Is the radiant double because of their undead?
They don't. These zombies don't actually have a. They're not weak to radiant damage.
Understood.
They're immune to poison, though.
That's good.
Well, then, Coolant, you fool! Why did they poison me and not them?
Though there is a condition, radiant damage, but it's not a weakness. Anyways. All right. So following that term, you see now probably about 30 zombies have been killed by you. So less than half of them remain. Go ahead and take your turn, Hawthorne.
Hell, it's about time.
Good reference. Good reference.
Hooey Thorn.
All right, so now let's kill the rest of them. I'm going to swing my great sword. Well, actually, I'm going to lunge forward, diving between whoever is in front of me.
That's
Enter
me.
the webs.
Viserial
Vilsarius.
and
Oh, between.
Viserius.
Okay.
Oh, did I say
Yes.
Vilsarius?
Vilsarius, I guess.
Vilsarius.
Vilsarius.
Vilsarius Levius.
Are you Sarius?
Yeah.
And I am going to do a charge attack.
All right.
So I am going to run forward in a straight line, and I have the chance to gain an extra 1d8 bonus damage.
Okay.
Okay, so the first attack. Hell yeah! 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Logan
Alright,
dropped
so that would be
weapons, flips off the
11
zombies.
plus 2. So, that's a grand total of 13 damage on the first hit.
All right.
And then I am going to... Can I do a trip attack on a horde of creatures?
Wait, Logan,
Can I
just,
I just let the charge
group
happen.
in front?
I mean, to be fair, Coolant, you did say that they do trip themselves. As
yeah, go
that
ahead.
he trips them and then they trip
Turbo,
over themselves.
good point, Turbo.
Thank you. Do I get inspiration? No, I'm just kidding.
Time to watch the dominoes fall.
Honestly,
You
forgot
kidding me?
about
I hit-
inspiration until
This is the third 2 I have hit
Logan, you have
this
advantage.
tonight alone.
You do have advantage, Logan.
Frick yeah!
You do.
Oh, suppose then that was the advantage to the second or first
The
hit.
first, yeah.
So, okay.
I'm down with
So
that.
do I get?
2 rolls.
All right.
Dos
Alright.
nosotros.
Second one is 18 or 20 to hit.
Hits.
20. Okay. And we are going to have a grand total of 8 plus 1. 9 damage.
All right. You
And they must make a deck save, otherwise they fall prone.
They
Dex
fall
save of
flat on their
12.
thigh.
So you see Hawthorne is now standing. He surges forward with his greatsword, and we'll say, just for flavor's sake, you flip it sideways and brace it against your arm and push basically up to the door, the zombies, and when you let go, you push the first couple in front down and knock them back into the dungeon. So now you guys have a little more space freed up to work in here.
Can he run through the webs like that?
So how much movement do you have, Logan?
I have 30 feet, I think.
So if you have 30 feet, then yes, because it's 15 feet. Asa, your character is at 20 feet, and he was in front of your character, and it turns it into difficult terrain. So 15 feet would have been, 15 feet is just enough to make that happen. But yeah, so Logan, you shove them back into the door. Following
Okay.
Hawthorne's turn is Vilsarius's turn.
Okay, so the zombies that were on top of me are no longer munching on me.
You see Hawthorne has just surged forward and pushed them back toward the dungeon, basically.
Okay, so I'm gonna charge in there with my 45 whacking, and I'm just gonna charge in there, and pretty much I'm just gonna lightly nudge Hawthorne out of the way as he just pushed all of the zombies. Right. And I am going to reckless attack into this mass horde that is right in front of me. And you know, it's pretty cool. I get 3 attacks because Polar Mastery. Okay.
Yeah, that's really
So I have advantage on everything. They have advantage on me, but since they were at disadvantage, they just get regular.
So this is where it gets difficult because Hawthorne pushed them 10 feet back.
Yep.
Which puts them into the dungeon again, basically. Which means that So where did you cast the point of origin for your web, Asa? Do you think you just did it by the dungeon door or at
Mhm.
the
I did
bottom
it.
of the stairs?
I did it
or
on the door. So I
Okay.
guess in a cube that's 10 feet
on
from
either
the door
side?
our ways and 10
Oh, I
feet
see.
on the other side. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess none of you were actually stuck in the webs,
Oh,
other than
yeah.
Phelan, and maybe you were on the edge of them. Sorry, but
Mhm.
so now the zombies
So now
are
they're
in there.
in
so
the
yeah,
web. Okay.
they're fully in the web now.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, all right. Then I will just start slashing away at them.
All right.
I have advantage. I have advantage. I have advantage. Does 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Oh. All right. Next attack. That one definitely hits. Beautiful. Oh, and the third one's a nat 20.
Oh,
Rolling again.
Roll again.
No, it was not, but it was a high roll. Okay.
how
Now
about no?
How about no?
that.
I love gold.
Yeah, cool. And when Logan was talking about the tripping, similar question was I was gonna, because I have channel divinity control undead, but I was like, I don't know how that works because it's just hordes. So I was like, you know what, shining
Right.
smart, why not?
Right.
Let's see. What's Ana? 25 slashing damage.
All right. You do 25 slashing damage, and you see this horde begins to fall. How do you want to kill this horde? Like, what does it look like?
So you're gonna see me as I like rush past Hawthorne into this web of undead. And as I'm charging, I'm kind of yelling at this point, but instead of a yell, you're gonna hear a slight tinge of beastly roar as I charge in, and you're just gonna see a streak of yellow, like from my eyes, you know.
It's piss.
Yeah, it's piss. I'm pissing my pants, and I dive in there, and you're gonna see me like twirl around my glaive in the middle of this horde as I slash away and hack at them. Yeah,
Beautiful.
You guys watch as the zombies fall, and Godsmead bursts out of the webs and goes, "All right, time to proceed into the dungeon. You guys are welcome to anything you find in here."
Oh.
Dibs.
I immediately grab Godsmead and walk out.
it just
I'm-
carries him.
I'm gonna like, after seeing that, I want to like walk over to Vilsarius and kind of like put my arm around him and go, yeah, that was bad. By putting my arm around him, I see that like I'm not wearing my cloak anymore, and I go, and I like run away and I hide in the corner.
I'm just gonna turn and be like, "You look great, my friend. Much better than I."
Are you a cockroach?
What you do to them roaches in the corks?
You filthy
Are
little
you a
cockroach.
Are you a beetle? Okay.
Mouthful.
All right. So does someone want to roll on a loot table, and we'll see what y'all get?
Are we each rolling or just one person?
Each.
2.
Two people?
It's gonna be 2 items. Yep.
If I guess what you rolled, can I, like, what dice you rolled, can it be 4?
Sure.
You rolled a d4. And you got a 2.
Okay, each of you roll on the loot table.
Yeah! Good shit.
Goofy.
Good persuasion.
Whoa!
Good persuasion.
What is the loot table?
Yeah, what die are we on?
Let me pull it up.
Good job, Asa.
Pull it up.
The best part was that he called you on that. He's like, you're not gonna guess. D4. Shit.
See,
Shit, there's only 4 of us.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see.
Is that what one of the zombies make? The sound.
Oh, this is an EXP.
Yeah, after it died, it
It just released its gas. Yeah. All
was
the air
holding,
that was trapped in
it was
it.
holding on to that from when it was alive.
One
Right.
loot table to roll them all.
Oh. Is this the one that you've compiled into like multiple loot tables or?
No.
Okay.
Because it is what am I trying to say? It is that has wondrous items in it that are
Right.
basically for higher level.
Mm-hmm. No, I gotcha. That's what I was asking.
This
Just curious.
is, I have too many
Oh.
loot tables, is what we know.
It's a D100 we're all rolling.
Yeah, it's a D100.
Okay.
Die 100. Do I roll?
It's actually a D1000.
I'll just roll 10
Do I roll
D100s.
Do I roll my red or my gray dice? What do we think is going to be better? You're right, gray. Thank you. That's a 29 from the Turby Burb.
I guess for a D1000, you just have to roll it every
10 times.
number.
It's a D100. I was.
No, I was just
No,
curious how
he's
that would work.
just thinking of the logistics
You
of
just
the
roll a
1000.
D, probably roll a D10 4 times for each number.
7.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, to be fair though, so you would have to. I think it'd be the first number. You'd flip a coin because you could either get a 0 or a 1, and then for the next 3, you would roll a D10 to see if you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 0.
Right.
That works.
But the first one, since it's a D1000, you would roll a.
Oh,
Flip
yeah,
a
you're
coin.
right.
You'd roll you'd flip a coin to
Mhm.
see if you got a 0 or 1.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
I got 98.
98.
If you roll on the if you flip a coin and you rolled what would be a 1, then you would just
Then
have to
it
be
would
like the
have
rest
to,
of them I
yeah.
got all zeros.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's a 50% chance that you get 1,000.
Well, I guess it would work that if you got the 0 on the first roll, that would be the 1,000. But then the rest.
But still,
I don't know. You're right.
I guess we just
I
have to
don't
build a D1000 die.
yeah.
We must. You roll a. You roll 10 D100s. That's what you do.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Magic item table. Okay, I
Alexis.
found it. Go
Hi,
ahead.
Alexis.
We're all saying hi.
Hello, Alexis.
Oh!
Goodbye, Alexis. No, I'm just kidding.
Except for Chase, he said goodbye.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask for your rolls one more time. We're gonna start with Logan. What did you roll?
7.
A 7.
Logan, you were supposed to roll a D100, not a D8.
Logan, you have a random spell scroll. Let me hurry and.
Ooh.
He gets a wish spell.
Oh,
Power word kill. He becomes
We might have you, Logan. We might have you reroll.
Actually,
You want that?
I'd like this. Yes.
Okay, let me.
dang it, I guess I have to find the list of random scrolls.
No. Okay.
But it also doesn't matter really what it is because I know what I'm gonna do with it.
Okay. It
What?
is
Give it to someone else.
Okay, wait. All percent based. It is a thunderclap spell scroll.
Heck yeah.
It was a
I want to
cage.
role play something, but I get after we all roll our stuff.
Okay.
Ace is into roleplay?
I stab Logan in the stomach and steal his.
I want to role play something cool. I kill. Okay. Now Asa, what did you roll?
84.
84. You get
AIDS. One of the zombies
no.
bit
The
you.
worst part
and he
about
had
that
AIDS.
is if you get that, we're in medieval fantasy world. We don't have the medicine to fix that.
You get an alchemy jug.
Oh.
Shows your
Maybe we do have the medicine to fix that.
Maybe.
All right, Turble.
29.
21.
No, 29.
21.
Thank you.
Okay, 29. You have a potion of gaseous form.
Ah,
Cool.
Does that mean I fart a lot?
Yeah.
No. You become the fart.
Yeah.
Potion
Caleb.
of gas.
98.
98. Oh my.
It's a good number.
Oh my. Oh. Oh. Let's see.
Oh. Oh.
I just made a poopy in my pants.
I just made a dirty.
Ew, disgusting.
I need to bookmark this so
Wait,
it's
so
not
is-
taking me forever.
Is gaseous form literally just like Reaper Wraith form?
Yeah, but you turn into gas.
What does Reaper turn into?
A shadow.
Oh, Turbo, get Lord. 98. Okay, I don't know what this is. Let me hurry and look it up before I give it to you.
Oh. Very good. I like this. I like it when the DM has no idea what the F this item is.
Yeah. Instead of role playing with Logan, can I role play with Caleb?
No.
Okay.
Instead of role playing with any of these three, can
I use my
roleplay with
polar
Dr.
mastery
Envoy?
to absolutely decimate him before he enters my 5 feet of reach.
I don't remember how to bookmark stuff on this on fucking Google. I don't.
Hecking.
It's
Okay, let me walk you through it.
missing.
Let me walk you through it. So
Okay.
you see that little star right next to
Wait,
the
but
search
it didn't
bar?
put it. It didn't put it there. It didn't put it there.
Share your screen.
No, I ain't sharing my screen.
You share your
brother.
screen.
Share your screen.
No, I press the star, but it doesn't put it up on the bar like where my other bookmarks are. Whatever, bruh. Whatever.
Show me the master document.
Okay. Okay.
Is it cool?
You get the filter of love.
Yeah! Ace, now I really want to roleplay with it. What is it?
What? This is. Okay, next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking this filter, you become charmed by that creature for 1 hour. If the creature is of a
Well-
species and gender you are normally attracted to, you regard it as your true love while you are charmed. The
Bruh.
potion's rose-hued, effervescent liquid contains one easy-to-miss bubble shaped like a heart.
Well, this is
Dude.
useless because I have advantage on saves against being charmed and magic.
But you don't
use it on
drink
somebody
it.
else.
You put it in
Right,
someone
you could
else's
use it
drink.
on someone else.
But. Oh,
It's
I have a love potion now.
What is
you
it
have
called?
a love potion.
Filter
What is
of
it
love.
called? What is it called at the bars where they slip something in the girl's drink?
Roofie?
Roofie.
Rufio.
It's the roofie potion.
Wait, where did
You
Turbo
basically
go?
have roofies.
Did
I don't
Turbo
know.
say where he went?
I felt like he's just lying down.
Is he having a
Turbo,
back
wake up.
moment?
Turbo,
Maybe.
wake up.
Turbo.
Back
Turbo.
moment.
Turbo.
What does the alchemy jug do?
Let me hear you
Is
pull
it-
that up for you.
Oh, you're good.
I can't believe I have a love potion.
The alchemy jug.
Does anybody want this?
It's a wondrous item. The ceramic jug appears to be able to hold a gallon of liquid, weighs 12 pounds, whether full or empty. Sloshing sounds can be heard in the jug is shaken even if the jug is empty. You can use an action and name one liquid to cause the jug to produce the chosen liquid.
Oh,
Afterwards, you uncork the jug as an action and pour that liquid out, up to 2 gallons per minute. The maximum amount of liquid the jug can produce depends on the liquid you named. Once the jug starts producing a liquid, it can't produce a different one or more of one that has reached its maximum until the next dawn. Okay, and this is the table. You can produce 8 ounces of acid, a half ounce of basic poison, 4 gallons of beer, 1 gallon of honey, 2 gallons of mayonnaise, 1 quart of oil, 2 gallons of vinegar, 8 gallons of water, fresh water, 12 gallons of salt water, and 1 gallon of wine.
1 gallon of wine.
Sorry, the mayonnaise one got me. That was
Yeah, I don't know why
Here's the
they
thing.
have that specified there.
Here's the thing that sucks though.
2 gallons of mayo.
Can you send me that table?
Ace is the person who always cooks in our campaign and makes like the best food ever. We're laughing at it, but he's probably gonna God.
It's gonna be great.
2 gallons of
Ace
mayo.
is going to make another roll to impress the gods.
May I
Okay,
interest
thank
you
you.
in 2 gallons of mayonnaise? Your god is
Okay,
Patrick Star.
All right, so everyone got what they got.
Not what I want, though.
Can I
That's what you get.
communicate with Hawthorne now?
No.
Please, sir.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hawthorne, do you mind if I take a look at that
Yes.
scroll really quick?
Oh, and please, I believe it is a... No. If you look at these runes here inscribed on the scroll itself, this is a scroll of Thunderclap.
Right.
It will be of no use to me, so please, if it is all right, I would like to give it to you.
Oh, well, I appreciate. I just wanted to look at it, but if you, yeah, I will gladly take it if that's okay with you.
Of course.
Okay. You will
And
see.
as he hands it to you, you'll see him kind of like... It'll be subtle, but it'll be like he doesn't quite want to let it go, but he will.
Okay. Well, I'll see that apprehension, and I'll open up the scroll, and I'll kind of nod at him, and you'll see me take out my spell book, and a quill appear in my hand, and you'll just see me like start scribbling, and after a couple minutes, I'll close my spell book and say thank you, and I'll hand you back the spell scroll. I don't have any more use for it.
When you write it down, or during those few minutes while you're writing, you'll just see Hawthorne kind of looking over your shoulder as you transcribe the notes, and before you finish, there'll be a couple of instances where he'll say, but don't forget this, and he'll point out like this little a little line here, or an emphasis on this word there for the inscription or the understanding of the spell, and for that brief moment, you get a glimpse of he has an understanding for magic.
Cool.
But he exhibited no magical inclination during the fight.
Okay. Cool. Oh, well, I appreciate your expertise, my friend. I myself am someone who loves to discover new magic and incantations. So if you ever come across anything like this, please let me know.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
I was gonna say the same thing.
But yes, and I'll hand you back the scroll. Now that I have this knowledge, I'll return the scroll to you. So I appreciate it.
Of course. And is there anyone else who would like this scroll of Thunderclap?
I have no use.
And he'll...
Would I be able to
Anybody can use it.
I'll take
Anybody can use
it.
Perfect. You can now do a Thunderclap spell.
Yippee!
1 free thunderclap. Wow.
Yeah, scrolls
Right.
work that you use it once and it vanishes, right?
Burns up.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is Thunderclap? 5e.
Dope.
Thunderclap and Flash.
Thunderclap and Flash.
Oh.
Oh, I had Thunderclap on my Declan.
Yep.
Nuh-uh.
Thunder step.
Hey,
What level is it,
brother.
Coolin?
Thunderclap is
First
a
level.
cantrip.
Wait.
It is a
Oh,
cantrip.
I'm thinking of
but-
Thunderwave.
Yeah. It's a
Whoops.
cantrip.
I got a cantrip?
Yeah.
Oh,
You gave me a spell scroll with a
listen.
cantrip?
You got a
That's what you
cantrip.
rolled.
I got a love potion. Okay.
Yeah, and
I
Asa got
offered to let
mayonnaise.
you roll
One
again.
of these is
I
far
offered
more
to let you-
useful than the other.
I offered to let you roll again.
Who?
It was a spell scroll for a cantrip.
It's true. He did.
I didn't want to give
am
it to
just
you.
ticked.
I didn't want to give it to you.
I'll go
I'm
back
ticked.
on everything if you want to.
Ace is like, I will give you this.
No.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, I got mayonnaise. So
2 gallons worth.
Hey,
Right.
Logan, you know how you got a cantrip with a spell scroll with a cantrip on it? Asa copied that into his spell. So
And then I also got it too, so
so not only did you get it, but 2 other people.
All
also
3
got
of
it.
us.
All 3 of us. We can all touch the scroll.
I would. Yeah.
Coon's like, I would argue that that's a bargain.
No, I was gonna offer to again, but pity. It's a slippery slope.
Listen, wait, no.
If he gets to reroll, then I get to
No.
reroll.
No, Coolin, I know how we do this. Ready?
Okay.
We go back to when Logan said, "Does anyone want this spell scroll?" And my character's like, "Hell yeah!" And he takes it and he gives him the potion of gaseous form. Everyone has an item. We're all good.
All right. You guys proceed into the dungeon where Gotsmead says, "I guess we finally, I suppose it's finally cleared. This is our bastion. This is where we can come back to work continuously. Those of you who aren't aware, there's a new mechanic in 2020 handbook called the Bastion mechanic, which allows you to upkeep and have a base of operations that you can automate tasks at. This is, at this point, a staffed bastion that does need to be paid. Gotsmead will pay for it until he can't afford to do that anymore. So you guys have a couple levels before you have to worry about the actual upkeep of the bastion. Yes, Asa?
just curious, did this bastion come about by any kind of game or spell type? No. All right. Okay. Cool.
When you were explaining the whole 2020, I thought that was still Gotch. I was like, oh yes, okay, understood.
You're like, thank you, Gotsmead.
Thank you, Gotsmead.
Yeah, no, that is the ability that's a new mechanic with 2020.
I like it.
On how to use it. So
Same.
So having a bastion, you have to pay for it. Does that offer any, I guess, more benefits to the party?
Let me pull that up and I can show you. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, what can we automate with it?
Be a bastion 333.
Ace is like, what's the point of this? He's like, why do we have to upkeep it if it doesn't do shit for us?
Hello.
Ave
Bright
Maria.
blue his jacket is, and his boots are yellow. Come on.
I rolled all my dice and I got 5 nat ones.
Turbo his turbo is, and his turbo's turbo. Okay. I did say that we had 2.5 hours So if you needed to be done now, Turtle, we can be done now. But whatever.
I can go like another hour at max.
I
think
do need
yeah,
to
like,
go.
I was like, I
you
think
need to go,
Caleb
Caleb.
saying that he needs to
Okay.
go.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Ace, shut up! No, I'm just kidding.
Would you like a glass of mayonnaise before you go?
So gaining a bastion. If you allow bastions in your campaigns, characters acquire their bastions when they reach level 5. You and the players can decide together how these bastions come into being. A character might inherit or receive a parcel of land on which to build their bastion. See marks of prestige, or they might take a pre-existing structure. Blah 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 blah. As time passes in the campaign, players take bastion turns to reflect the activity occurring in their bastions, whether or not the characters are present. On a bastion turn, a character can issue orders to the special facilities in their bastions or use the maintain order to the entire bastion. A bastion turn occurs every 7 days of in-game time. Here are common examples of players taking one or more bastion turns. So
Like
blah blah
special
blah
projects,
bastion turns.
kind of stuff like that you can work on. Okay.
And then it's also, so technically each player can have a bastion, but we're going to say, so I'll add an additional spire, and we'll say each of you has their own bastion within this keep that can do its own thing. Either that or we can all share one bastion while we're learning. I don't really.
I kind of like that. As we're expanding and growing, we can open up different parts of the castle.
Yeah, I think share one at the beginning until we want to expand it.
I want my own basket.
Oh, hold up. There's rules for combining. Each bastion. Oh, okay. So basically it's just defenders. So it says closets. A basic or special facility can have one or more closets, washrooms, or similar enclosures. The closets must be inside the facility and can't increase the facility's area in squares. Bastion map. So the amount of space in a basic or a special facility determines its maximum area in 5, as shown in the facility space table. A player can configure the squares of a facility as they please on their bastion's map. The squares can be stacked so the facility is distributed over multiple levels or stories. So basically, a cramped bastion is 4 squares, a roomy bastion is 16 squares, and a vast bastion is 36. This one's 16 squares, we'll say. And you can upgrade it from roomy to vast for gold. So in this case, 2,000 gold pieces is how much it would cost.
Oh, that's
and
nothing.
It takes 80 days for that to happen, though.
Sheesh.
Fair enough.
So, and then you guys get each a basic facility from the basic list. You get to choose 2. One of them is cramped and the other is roomy. So you get a bedroom, a courtyard, a dining room, kitchen, a parlor, or storage. So one that comes free with this is a courtyard, and then you guys get to choose 2 more. And then you can add them.
And when we say bedroom, is it bedrooms? For everybody that.
So here it says bedroom, but we'll say that it's basically we're going to keep like the numbers similar, but we'll tweak it to make sense. So we'll say if you get bedrooms, we'll say it includes each of you a room.
Sure.
So you have a courtyard right now. You get to choose. So you have the courtyard. So basically, choose 2 of bedroom, dining room, kitchen, parlor, or storage.
What does the parlor entail?
Let me see.
Because I was like, the rest of those I can, context clues. But...
So parlor is. Let me see. Oh, it's a basic arcane. Let me see. Oh, these are special facilities.
I'll show you my special facilities.
Oh, okay. So special facilities or basic facilities don't have game effect. They just have role-playing opportunities. So basically, you choose what you would want it to have in terms of basic facilities for it to be,
operational.
Yeah. So you
And
have
do
a
those-
courtyard.
Okay. Do those use up space, the basic facilities, or?
So basically, so the facilities. Oh, okay, I see. So the facilities are their own areas. So a cramped facility is 4 squares. A vast facility is 36 squares. So, and they're saying that the square is the 5 foot, like a 5 foot space. So
Mhm.
we're gonna say that the courtyard is a roomy facility, basic facility. So that has 16 squares. So it's 16 times 5 wide, right? There are probably various shops in there. Then you guys get to choose two other basic facilities.
Oh, I see.
Parlor. I guess the parlor is whatever you want it to be. So
Can it be
I don't know what a parlor
another
is.
portal, like a room to another, like?
Yeah, you could have like another portal. I don't know.
Okay, all right,
like-
let's do that then.
So you have a parlor. So you
I'm just
choose.
kidding.
We don't have to choose those right now. I'll send the
Yeah.
table to you guys later.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of special facilities, and they each have their own like thing. So you need
Okay.
to have a level 5 bastion to have like an arcane study.
Ooh, I like that.
And
What
basically
level is our?
you gain a magical
bastion?
charm. It lasts for 7 days. The charm allows you to identify without expending a spell slot.
I identify as he, him.
Oh,
Hey, so apologize to Caleb's stream for that horrible.
Speaking of stream, everybody say bye stream.
Hold on,
stream.
hold on.
Luego, stream. Disfruta tu fin de semana.
we'll look into that a
Goodbye,
little
stream.
Bye stream.
later, but